We've probably all seen in Africa when a predator is going after its game in the animal kingdom, and a lion will always separate his prey from the group. The whole herd moves, the lion gives chase, he watches for one of the impalas or one of the zebras to break away, and the one that breaks away, that's the one that the lion targets because this impala or zebra is not going to be able to defend itself, for sure. So I want us to understand this, something in our mind, that the enemy of your life, the enemy who wants to come and steal and kill and destroy and mess all of our lives up, he wants to separate us from one another and the fellowship that we have with God's people, and especially the people from whom God's called us to do life with every day. So when you get in a position and get more, let's say, independent and get in a position that you're easy prey for deception then, for the lies of the enemy to take you off track and then to destroy you and to take you into places that God really has in mind for you. So today, we're going to play just a short little game here of ping pong back and forth.
Let's do it.
And we're going to kind of introduce this idea as we come to the area of the exchange. Now, now I told Kristen the other week, hey, we're going to play ping pong together. And she says, how are we going to play air hockey?
Yeah.
And
Because we were
said,
going to do an exchange.
Yeah.
We were trying to think of an example.
I said,
for that.
no, we're going to.
So I want to do air hockey.
Yeah, I said, no, we're playing ping pong.
Yeah.
Because Kristen, though, the reason why she said that is she's really good at air hockey.
I am so good at air hockey. So, John invited me on our very first date, and he took me to an arcade. And,
yep, I did.
And the arcade, he didn't know it because we didn't know each other very well, but I had an air hockey table growing up. And so when we started to date, I wonder where my paddle is.
I'll get it. It
Let's
should be
see.
underneath
Is
here.
it underneath
Yeah,
there?
right
Oh,
here.
thank you.
Here it
Oh,
is.
yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah. And so we started to play air hockey, and, if I hustled him. I kicked his butt because I was really good at air hockey, and he didn't know. So it was fun. So air hockey's our joke. But ping pong it is. We'll do that.
It is. So we're going to talk about the point number one is that a good relationship is like a good game of ping pong. Because what you have in ping pong is you have somebody that's initiating the game, right? And then someone that's reciprocating in the relationship, right? Yeah. That's a good game, right? Yep. You got things that are going back and forth, and there's initiating, and there's reciprocating. I'm not great. Some of you are probably pretty awesome up here.
Yeah. Well, we just want to keep the volley going because as in any good relationship, there's this ongoing of exchanging back and forth. And for people who are in healthy relationship, there's going to be two things that they do really well. And that's to initiate the serve and then to reciprocate in return.
Yeah, so me initiating in the game of, let's say, life and relationship is, hey, I'm going to serve it to you well, because I want to get to know you a little better. I'm going to value you, and I'm going to dig a little bit deeper in the relationship and say, hey, I want to get to know you a little better.
Yep, and then after it's initiated to me, I'm going to
sorry about that. We're going to pick it right back up
that's
again.
Right. I'm going to pick it right up, and I'm going to reciprocate. Oops, now we were on a roll, babe. But hey, this happens in real relationship, doesn't it? Where
it
then
really
I'm going to
does.
Reciprocate. So I'm going to wait for the serve to come to me, and then I'm going to respond, and I'm going to give it back.
Whoa.
There you go. Good job. Keep it going. That's all right.
I just kept it going.
Yeah, so this is me over here reciprocating, waiting for the serve. I'm not sure where it's going to land. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I'm ready for it. I am present.
Way off the table. She got the point on that.
And then we just keep going, and it's me getting ready for what's coming at me. It's me going to respond good for good.
Right.
And it's me engaging. I'm in conversation. I'm in dialogue, and we're exchanging. I've never done this in high heels before, so.
Wow, you're doing great.
Yeah, it's good.
I definitely couldn't do it in high heels. That's for sure. You wouldn't even want to see me.
Yeah, but when I reciprocate, I'm present. I'm fully engaged. I'm all in.
That's right. So what happens is whenever the exchange breaks down, the relationship bogs down. How many of you realize that in life? That when the ball is dropped and there's no more play happening, you notice the exchange stops and we're not proceeding any further until someone picks up the ball and someone begins the exchange of the initiating and the reciprocating back and forth.
Yeah.
And so unhealthy relationships, what happens is, well, you may have been hitting the ball back and forth for a while, but in unhealth, you just leave the ball down and you're like, no, we're done.
Yeah.
I'm walking away. And we're not going to talk about this anymore. Or we're not going to continue to talk about the things that are really important and really vital. So that's what we're talking about the exchange.
And it's so important to keep this exchange going, right? Where, but unhealthy communication is going to make this stop. Unhealthy exchanges is going to break down communication. So what does that look like? What are some unhealthy exchanges? Well, it could be the tone of voice you use. It could be your body language. But many times it looks like pouting. It looks like blaming. It looks like temper tantrums or just shutting down. And these are things that are not going to continue the good exchange, the healthy exchange.
Right.
It's going to shut it down.
Yeah, so God wants us to have healthy exchanges in our life, not just in marriage, but in all of the relationships of our life. Isn't that true?
That's right.
So think about every relationship that you've got in your life right now. God wants you and me to have healthy exchanges in all that we do.
That's right, because we can't have a good relationship without having a healthy, ongoing exchange.
That's right. So point number 2 is, unlike ping pong, relationships cannot be about one person winning. Right? Ping pong has to be about an exchange that we want to keep going together. Because if you lose, then I lose. We take the ping pong mentality, though, in our relationships where we think the idea is, who gets the final word? Put the exclamation point at the end. I got you, sucker. You lost, right? And I feel really good about that in the relationship sometimes, right? I think, wow. And so in a relationship, though, you can win the battle and still lose the war.
That's right.
Right? Yeah. Now, before today, Chris and I agreed we would do an exchange.
It would be nice on the ping pong table.
Yeah, we'd be nice.
Yeah.
And keep it going. Because we're going to do a healthy exchange.
Yeah.
The goal was to serve up, place the ball on the table where the other person could actually hit it back and reciprocate it.
That's right. When we have conversation with people, when we engage in relationship with someone, we are always serving up something to the person in a relationship with. So some of us need to work on our serve. Because think about this. Some of us we are serving up either encouragement or we're serving up discouragement. When I come into conversation with you, I'm going to serve up either clarity or confusion. I'm going to serve up either compliments or criticism, solutions or problems. We need to figure out, what are we going to start this conversation with? What are we working? Marriage especially, right? Because so many times we just take that for granted, and we're going to talk about that. But, we're serving up either joy or heaviness. Wow, we're serving up either confidence or fear, but we're all serving something.
Yeah, those points are really great in there, because I think sometimes in a relationship, all we do is bring the problems without the solutions. And it's just weighing down the relationship. It's like, well, we can't do this and we can't do that right. And we always get stuck in this rut, but there's then no solutions then many times to get out of it. Or like you're saying, there's that heaviness rather than joy. So we're talking about having healthy exchanges that lead to healthy relationships.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. I hope that you've been uplifted and encouraged. Hey, if you would, subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our ALC family and to get more amazing content. We hope to see you soon.